everybody, it's Amanda, and I'm coming to you with a currently inked video. I have been meaning to do one of these all month, and so now that it's almost the end of the month, I figured I'd go ahead and do it. Truth is, it's just been like super busy, and I've been spending a lot of time cleaning out pens. So I actually still have like a crap ton of pens because I have some that I didn't want to clean out from 30 inks, and just some pens that I've just had inked, and then I've inked a few new ones up. So yeah, so let's get started. First up, I'm going to start with my Opus 88 Jazz. This is the holiday version, so it's the frosted with the gunmetal finish. Yeah, I have this. I inked this during 30 inks 30 days when, I don't remember exactly what day it was, but when I chose Sailor Choo Choo. And I had it in a, I don't remember which pen I had it in. I think I had it in a, what am I trying to say? I don't remember which pen I put it in, but it was in a finer nib, and I wanted to see it in a broader nib, so I went ahead and did this. And I liked the way that I did this. It takes a minute to do, but I like the way it looks on a page. So we're going to try to do this, and I'm going to hopefully have enough pens to fill out this whole like 2-page spread. Anyway, did I do the pen or the ink first? It doesn't really matter. I just do whatever I'm going to do. Okay, so I started with the ink, then the pen. Okay, so the ink is Sailor Choo Choo, which is a really pretty, like, dark grayish purple. And the pen is the Opus 88 Jazz Holiday. And I have a broad nib on this one. Did I do the squiggly first, or did I do the... Yeah, okay. So I did link some of these. And I think this pen holds like 3 mils of ink. And yeah, I pretty much filled it to the top. And I have been loving using it. I actually have a page in my Hobonichi that I've just been like, when I want to doodle or something, I just like start coloring that page. Instead of like dumping the ink out, I'm just like coloring the page. And yeah, it's really nice and really fun and kind of relaxing. I have ink all over my hands. You'll see some of those later. So yeah, so that's my Opus 88. Next up, we have my Lamy Studio LX All Black. This has a medium nib on it. I actually found out Van Ness sells sections, but I got it in, and the top is silver, so I think actually it looks... I've got it to replace this, but I think it'll look dumb on here with the all black if I just had that silver ring. So I'm not going to replace it, but I guess now I have a backup if I have... if I end up having a pen where the metal grip is bothering me, I can like change it out. So anyway, this is another leftover from 30 inks 30 days. This is Diamine Communication Breakdown. And the pen is obviously the Lamy Studio. And I have a medium nib on this one. I really love this combination during 30 inks. And honestly, if I were going to get a bottle of the ink that I featured in last month's 30 inks, this is the one that I was the most tempted by. And the reason I haven't gotten it is just because I have so many red inks. It's just I have so many red inks that I'm just like, I need to use the red inks that I have, not add to the red ink collection. I'm just like really not in a add stuff to the stash and the collection mood right now, and I'm kind of embracing that while it exists. because that isn't always the case. I actually did finally give in to the Van Ness samples when I ordered the section here, because I didn't want to run the risk of it getting out of stock, so I just bought it. And so, you know, obviously I had to get to free shipping, so I added some samples to the pile, some samples that I wanted to get, and then also a random sample back, because I can't seem to go to Van Ness and not get a random sample. So this is my Sailor Pro Gear Mini in the rose taupe color. It looks kind of big because I'm zoomed in, but it is teeny tiny. Here it is next to the studio. And I put one of my new Troublemaker inks in here. So we have a Troublemaker, Freedom Park Rose, this is actually kind of a nice little match. I feel like the lighter bits kind of match the pen. I don't know if you could see that, but then the pen, as always, or as I just said. And this has a medium fine. I enjoy this medium fine nib on this pen specifically. Also on my other Sailor Pro Gear Slims, but I have a Sailor Pro Gear with a medium fine, and I don't like writing with it on that particular pen. I really love the Sailor Pro Gear mediums. I like the regular Pro Gear. I like the medium size nib a whole lot. I also have a broad nib on that size pen, and I still prefer the medium. This ink just kind of looks like the rose taupe that I had in it, but I did clean it out. It is darker though. I feel like it is a lot darker. But the lighter bits do look like that rose noir that I had. And that's like a really good match for the ink, I think. Hopefully you can see that. The lighting is a little, looks a little weird on the pen, but, or on the, here. Ooh, there's some of that sheen on that communication breakdown. Okay, next up we have, actually this is probably my favorite pen combination so far of like this whole bunch, that of the ones that I've used the most recently. This is my PenBBS 480. This was a gift from Casey. It's in the Nyangao finish. And I have put a Sailor, States, Idaho. I have to tell you that I love this ink. 480. And this has a medium nib on it. I think it's actually, I think they actually call it a round medium, but I'm just gonna put medium. I love this combination. It has shading, but it's really subtle, and I just think it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful shade of brown. I still love Sailor Texas as probably my favorite of the 50 States so far, but this is like, what is it with me and the Sailor 50 States brown inks? Like, what is that? Because I feel like those are my favorite. I really love this. Oops, sorry, I just hit my head on my phone. But yeah, it does have some shading. It's a really lovely shade of brown. I've had a couple comments, I don't know if they've been on the videos, but on my Instagram posts with this ink, where somebody who actually is from Idaho is kind of bummed about the color. But Sailor did a poll on their Instagram stories, and like they had people, like, so what they did is they posted a sample of the ink, had people write in to say what the ink made them think of, like what state they thought of, and one of the top two options was Idaho. I don't remember what the other option was, but they did like an Instagram poll thing, and the people picked Idaho as the color. So I can understand being bummed because Idaho is lovely. I've seen pictures of it like in the winter and in the spring. Like I have a friend where her in-laws live in Idaho and they go visit quite often, and it's beautiful. And yeah, it is more than potatoes, but I know that, you know, apparently that's what people think. Like, that's the state they thought this color reminded of. It's really lovely, though. And if you live in Idaho and you don't like this ink, I'm really sorry, but I think it's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful brown, and I say this not really one to, like, you know, gravitate towards brown inks or anything like that. I just think it's really stunning. I'm going to zoom in a little more. I just think it's really stunning, and I love the color, so I can understand. I'm not getting mad at people because I got all upset about an ink color, and like I don't like other inks because of their names. So, you know, we all have things that irritate us about certain inks or certain things, and so if you're disappointed, I completely 100% understand. I don't share your disappointment, but yeah, I think it's a beautiful ink and it writes beautifully and it's just gorgeous. And as a person that doesn't like brown inks or doesn't use brown inks a whole lot, we're gonna follow it up with another brown ink. This is my, oh, now I've zoomed too far in and you can't see the pen. This is my Pelikan M200 in the Smoky Quartz. I went on a little rampage quite a few months ago and was able to find, because I had so much fun with the Moonstone and the Star Ruby, and really all I was missing was olivine. And then a friend told me about aquamarine, and I ended up being able to get it at a decent price. So really all I had left was Smoky Quartz and I think olivine to round out the like M205 or M200 like pen of the year collection. And yeah, so I found the Smoky Quartz. So I got it actually at a pretty good deal, but it was like one of the sets that came with the bottle of ink. So I have them paired together. So we have Pelikan, Edelstein, Smoky Quartz. I actually haven't used this pen this much because it fell. I had a pile of like boxes and packing material and junk that I just needed to get rid of, and I actually spent some time late last week sort of cleaning that out while I was working. Like I'd take a break and like, you know, crush down some boxes. And this is a Pelikan M200, and this is also the Smoky Quartz, and I have a broad nib on this pen. I spent some time like recycling all the boxes and, you know, what I could of the packing material, and yeah, and I found some pens along the way. Including some of those Kavekos from that case video that I made. So I found all of them except my I found all of my Kavekos except my frosted coconut, which I'm kind of bummed about. And the paper is doing this thing. This is Cosmo Airlight paper, by the way. It's doing this thing here because I had rested my fingerprints or hand on it, so it's hand oils. And actually I've freshly lotioned my hand, so it's actually probably lotion oils. Okay, next up we have my Lamy 2000. I actually have two Lamy 2000s, but this is the medium one. My other Lamy 2000 is, well, it might be in this, I have a pen case. So we have a lot of red and brown on this page. I swear there are other colors. I don't have the pens or the inks in any certain order. This is Nemosine. You can't get this ink anymore, unfortunately. But this is my favorite red ink. And this is a medium nib. And I do, in case you're new here or haven't heard the story or don't remember, because why would you remember every little thing that I do? I do, one of the things I use to, like, I don't necessarily do it to practice handwriting because I get tired and just end up writing sloppily, but a thing that I do to, like, make sure that I'm, like, trying to use pens and just write in general, especially if I don't feel like journaling but I want to use pens, is I like copy down song lyrics of songs, and sometimes it's like a song that I'm just like super into, or I've like become obsessed with an album, or just a new song comes out and I'm like, I love it. Or sometimes when I run out of things, I will ask friends to recommend a song or an artist or an album. And so I did Taylor Swift Folklore, not Evermore, the first one. So I did that, and then I switched to Lady Gaga, and then I did, it was the Born This Way album, like the whole thing. And then I switched to Waterparks came out with a new CD like a couple months ago, a month or two ago. And so I was using that. This is also another leftover from 30 Inks 30 Days. This is a Noodlers Blue Nose Bear. But yeah, so I'm doing the Waterparks one now, and then I'm gonna switch to, I don't know if I'm gonna switch to like a few like singles and then go on to the next album, but one of the Lady Gaga songs is called Bloody Mary, and it's yeah, so I went like super cliche with red, but I used my favorite red because it's the best red. TWSBI Eco Pastel Blue. I know the ink and the pen don't actually match. This would have been better in my mint blue, but my mint blue was already in use. This is an extra fine. I really like this ink in this pen. It's kind of bleeding through, but when I've used it in my Hobonichi and stuff like that, I'm really excited, or I'm really like happy that I chose to use an extra fine nib on this one, because I feel like it makes this extra fine, which does write typically pretty finely, it kind of makes it write more like a fine because the ink sort of spreads out a little bit. So I'm glad that I like had the forethought to do that, and it's been like it's been a really nice writing experience. There we go. And we have another, I guess we're comparing teals this time because I have another 30 Inks 30 Days holdout. This is another Pelikan M205. I'm not collecting all of the marbled ones. I only got this one because it was teal. This has Van Diemen's Pixie Parasols. I'm not sure if it's petrol marble or marble petrol, but we're just gonna go with that. And this is one of those inks that like it has lots of shading. It writes really lightly, and that usually bothers me like while it's wet, but once it dries, I really enjoy it. I'm not sure that I enjoy this combination on this paper though. It also could be the hand oils. And the pen's almost out of ink, so that may be affecting performance. So here's our first batch. Not super colorful. It's a lot of dark colors and browns. And yeah, and I don't know if you can see the shading on that Sailor 50 States. I think it's like a really dark brown or black sheen. I'm not sure. But it looks shiny. Okay. So let's move along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have enough pens to fill this next page, which is kind of really all I wanted. So this is another Pelikan. I didn't realize I was so heavy on the Pelikans. This is a Pelikan M400, which is the same size as the M200 series. This is Birmingham. Horseradish mustard. Horseradish mustard. I've been obsessing about this combination since I swatched the ink. That's Pearl washing her hands. Thank you, Miss P, for being so hygienic. Going left to right is awkward because I'm left-handed and I'm used to going this way. But yeah, how perfect is that? It's perfect. It's the perfect combination. Okay, next up we have my Pilot Falcon. I actually just inked this up with the ink that I'm using. So I don't know, I've never used this ink before other than swatching it, but this is Califolio Inti. I intended to grab a couple of ink samples and just ink a couple of random pens, but then I realized how many pens I had inked up after just inking up the couple that I did specifically for this, which this is one of them. I think I inked up 4 pens just for this. This was one of them, but also so was this. I don't think I did a good job showing off this pen, but this is the Pilot Falcon. This is the resin version. I have a soft to medium nib on here. I love it. I love every single ink I've put in this pen. I've not had a bad experience with this pen. If you are on the fence about a Pilot Falcon, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Yeah. This all looks really pretty. Okay, next up we have this is my Lamy Scala, and I think I have a medium nib on this one. Yeah, medium nib. This is I used one of the Carp inks. It's the Shigoku. This is their Sheening series. And this is the Lamy. It's dark violet. I have a medium nib on here. There we go. I know at least one pen friend who's going to be excited to see this pen in the lineup. This ink is great. I wanted to get one of the samples of the Impressions inks also in a pen, but like I said, I think I have too many pens inked up. Unless I get to the end and find out that I need one, and then maybe I'll grab another sample or something. Yeah, so lovely. Beautimous. And it has like this green sheen on it. Okay, next up we have another holdout from 30 Inks 30 Days. This is the Benue Euphoria Vodka on the Rocks. I think I still have ink in here. I don't think I dumped this one out. Nope, I still have ink in here. I really enjoyed this combination during 30 Inks, and like it's a good solid block ink. So yeah, so I didn't want to dump it out or do any like artwork with it. So this is Lavender, Raven Black, and this is the Benue. I have a broad nib on this one. This pen was a gift from his turtle. If I remember correctly, we swapped some stuff. I sent her something and she ended up sending me this back, and yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the details of the exchange, but yeah, it was lovely. Oh, this black ink is so pretty. Don't need another black though, but I'm going to enjoy the sample while I have it. Maybe once I run out of my other black inks, we shall see. I don't know. I have this pen here, but I don't know that it has ink in it. I don't think it does. No, it needs to be filled. So we are going to pretend that doesn't exist. And then I also have, it was another black ink, and there's ink on the nib, but there's not any in the pen. My TWSBI. This ink is Color First. Mystic Mountain. This is from the Series 7. I think this is the only shimmer ink I have. Although I haven't opened my pen case yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 more pens. Yes, badges? This is another pen that I inked specifically for this video because it's an ink that I've been wanting to use since I got it. And I'm finding that apparently I love like orangey sort of corally looking inks in this TWSBI Lilac. This is Birmingham Pen Company. Tea berry ice cream. This is super bright and just pink and lovely. I'm so glad that I have it in a pen right now. Excellent. Yay! I like the way these two look together. And then I have my pen case, which I have... so I have, for those of you who are wondering, I do have my Visconti. It's empty now and I have to clean it, and I'm going to put a different purple in here. And then this is in a rickshaw pen sleeve. It was a gift. I have 2 of these pen sleeves actually. One I actually keep both of my Viscontis in each one of them. One was a gift from Casey, and the other was one that I purchased from Jen over at Jen's TNs when she was getting rid of some stuff. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, so what pens do I have in here? We're gonna do that one, but what else do I have? Do I have anything in here? I don't want to do that though. I guess we'll. I don't really want to go on to a second page, so I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna end it with these two. Okay, I'm gonna end it with we have a Lamy 2000, another one. This is my fine nib, and this ink is Van Diemen's. Cradle Mountain Gray. This is a fine nib. I ended up getting this, I forget who, I want to say maybe Endless Pens or something. Somebody was having like a super duper Lamy sale, Lamy 2000 sale. And I've been wanting a fine nib, and so I just got it. But I really like it. It's a nice fine nib. I find it's much, much finer than like my medium, but not like uncomfortably so, and I really like it, and I'm glad that I got the fine, not the extra fine, because I was thinking about it. And then we're going to end with my Pelikan M800 Ocean Swirl, another turquoise in this little corner of turquoise, but this is Sailor, 50 States, Alaska. I like how this bleeds together. Awesome. So we're going to call this currently inked. As of 7/23/21. Zoom out. Actually, I forget who mentioned it, but somebody suggested getting construction paper, and I finally, I kept meaning to go to Michael's or, Joann's or the craft store or Target or something to go get some, and I keep forgetting to get it, and I finally just ordered some on Amazon. So that's supposed to be here, and the placemat actually needed to be washed, so we just get the table today, but I figured it's just a currently inked, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so here's my currently inked for today. It's not really like a vast variety of colors. At least on this page, it's like a lot of the same. And this corner is very turquoisey, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. This combination, I literally just inked this pen today, so I'm really excited to get to use this one a little more. Same with actually these top three and this one are ones that I've just inked. And actually this mini too, I just inked that as well. The Sailor Idaho has been inked for a few days. I've been using it and loving it. So, and then I'm excited to get to use some of the leftovers from 30 Inks. Where did that green come from? We didn't even use green today. Where did I get green ink on my hand from? there's no, oh, I know what it is. Okay, so I do have a ton of ink to sample. We're not going to do it now in this video, but I did want to kind of show you what I have. So when I got the, so we have some Pen Friend samples. We have Noodler's Anti-Feather, which we got from Penny. We have Birmingham Copper Chloride and some Vinta Blue Blood from Pen Friend Sarah, who I've had this like off to the side so I didn't lose it for a few months. So I'm sorry, Sarah, that these are late. Then we have a Noodler's 1984, which is a special edition from Pen Friend Sean. Looks like it's a pretty brown, maybe? I'm not sure what that color is supposed to look like. So we have some of those. I also have a bunch of inks that Ms. Turtle has sent me. I think, is that it? Oh, no, here's all the ink from Ms. Turtle that she sent me. Then I have a couple of inks from Casey, but this green one, it looks like it's like leaking all over the place, and I think that's what this green is. Yeah, it exploded out of the plastic bag, and then it looks like somehow out of the other plastic bag, so I'm gonna have to take that out. Looks like there's still ink in the vial, so I'll have ink to play with. It's Papier Plume. It's the like Dublin green or Irish green or something like that. And then another sample of Robert Oster Burnt Orange, because she likes to make sure that I have some of that. So we have all of those, and then I have a couple a random, oh, this is not it. This is not the one. It's this one. A random sample pack, and then a couple of other ink samples that I got like a long time ago. I don't think that I've swatched these because they're still in these bags. Usually if I've swatched the ink, I've removed them from the Van Ness bag and just throw it in my Ziploc bag. But we have a Diantromentis Waffles, which is supposed to be scented. And then we have a Scrivo Naturno Viola, which I intended to swatch to see if I liked it enough to pay the $gajillion for a bottle. But now Van Ness is sold out of the bottle, so I'm glad I have a sample of it. And then a random sample pack of, who knows what's in here. Lyrebird Blue Black, Ancient Charm, Song of an Autumn Night, Lamy Topaz, ooh, another brown, Encre Classique, which is Lardisson Pastelier, Ochre, I don't know how to say this, but I think it translates to yellow ochre. They have Diamine Light Green. So we have those to swatch. And then when I ordered that section, I also ordered a random sample pack, but also some samples of ink. So we have the random sample pack, which has Robert Oster Motor Oil. I won't need to swatch that one. I have like 3 vials of this. Diatromentis Magenta. I think I might have that as well. Private Reserve Daphne Blue. I know I have that. Color Birch HST. I have the bottle, so I know that I have that. And then Noodler's Hunter Green, which I don't believe that I know that I don't have that one. So we'll get to swatch. I might swatch Diamine or Diatromentis Magenta because maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I won't need to swatch these 3 because I have those already. But anyway, so then the ones that I've ordered, we have Pannonia Zuzmo. I know that I'm probably saying these wrong. Monteverde Elephant, which is that new like zoo series. PenBBS 410 Year of the Rat, which I think is like a gray shimmer ink. Then we have Diplomat Purple. PenBBS, Pannonia Bubblegum. I got a couple other Diplomats also. Diplomat Lilac and what's the other one? There's another Diplomat Purple that I got. Maybe? Did I not get Orchid? I thought I got Orchid. Oh, it's right here. Diplomat Orchid. So then we have PenBBS 432 Plum Blossom. PenBBS 411 Purple Sky. PenBBS 407 Diplomat Caramel. I got Diplomat Caramel because that was the ink that I thought was in the ink flight box, the April ink flight box. This is the brown that I thought it was for some reason. Even though I've never seen this ink before, I decided to get it so I could swatch it. And then we have PenBBS 521 Heavy Snow, 406 Moon and Stars, Diplomat Lilac, already said, Pannonia Balaton Blue, Pannonia Orgona, and Pannonia Danuvius. These are like the dual shading ones that they have, so I picked up samples of those because I have all the other Pannonia inks, so I figured why not. So yeah, so I don't think that I'm going to do like a giant swatching video. I think what I'll probably do is break them into like, maybe I'll do like I'll do these inks and then split the rest of them up into groups of like 5 or 6 and do mini swatch videos just so I can get them swatched but also have videos. But thank you to Sean and to Sarah and to Penny for these ink samples. Can't wait to swatch these. And also thank you Ms. Turtle and Casey for these ink samples. And yeah, we'll have some swatching videos. And I also still have the Sailor inks. Yesterday you saw, well, I don't know if you saw, but yesterday I posted the Sailor Ink Studio video for the 41 series. So I have a few of those. I have like 1 or 2 more Sailor inks recorded, and I think I have enough ink to do 1 or 2 more Sailor Ink Studio videos, and then we're done with those. So yeah, so I've got a lot to keep me busy on top of work that has just been busy. Oh, and I also need to say a big super duper shout out to pen friend Ramona. She heard me mention in a couple of videos that I needed to get some coloring cards, and actually when I ordered the section from Van Ness, I got distracted by the Lamy Studio section and forgot to order coloring cards, and they literally came the day that I placed the order and was like, oh no, I forgot coloring cards, I have to go back and order them. So I'm good, I'm set on some coloring cards for a little bit. So thank you, Ramona, for your sweet generosity. You're a beautiful person, I love you. And yeah, so that was an awesome little treat. I went to my P.O. box and I knew that I had a letter to pick up, but then I got there and they were like, oh, you have a package. And I'm like, I have a what now? So yeah, so that was a fun little surprise. So thank you for the surprise mail. All right, I need to get back to work. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video and seeing what pens I currently had inked. What pens do you have inked? Or do you have like a combination that you're really loving right now? A pen and ink, or just something? Like, what's going on? How you doing? It feels like it's been so long since I've talked to you. Even though it's been like, I don't know, like a week and a half since I did the ink flight video. That's probably the last video I live recorded. Maybe. I don't remember. The Sailor video is from a few weeks ago, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's nice to talk to you again. I have not intended for the break to be as like spread out as it has been from the YouTube stuff, but work is kicking my butt right now, so that's just the way it is. It's a busy time for us right now, so yeah, I'm not complaining too hard, but it's cutting into my fun time. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad to see you and talk to you, and I hope that you're all doing well, and leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, or what are you loving right now, whether it's pen or ink or the weather or I don't know, something. Just let me know what you're up to. Feels like a really long time since I've talked to everybody, so yeah. Oh, Patches says hi as well. I hope that you heard that. Hi, Patches. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again very soon. Take care. Love you, bye.